Today's video starts with a question. Have you ever wished that the Nordschleife was located 500 kilometers to the southwest in rural France? No? Well, neither had I if I'm honest, but that's where you and I differ from Fat Alfie, a man with more than a passing interest in the type of racing circuit that saner men did away with decades ago. So, what we're dealing with here, to put it somewhat subtly, is unusual. Hello fellow sim racers. Now, unlike Fat Alfie's previous works, Felbergring, Deutschlandring and Thompson Road, which I guess are just as much sim racing historical reenactment or perhaps preservation projects as they are fun places to wheel a car, Fonteny is a little different. The project started as a challenge, as the man himself puts it, to find some real roads somewhere in the world that could give him the same buzz and excitement that the Nordschleife does. No small task then. How he stumbled across this 26-kilometre loop of real roads in rural France is a question that's beyond my pay grade, but as is frequently the case with Alfie's projects, it certainly doesn't disappoint in terms of scale, scope and grandeur. Scale. That's what's always so impressive about projects like this. I simply cannot fathom the work involved in creating a project of this size. 26 kilometers of detailed tarmac, 100,000 trees, over 1,000 buildings, hundreds of cars, as well as probably incalculable foliage items, people, animals, cars, bicycles, and everything else that it takes to make a mod circuit have any sort of sense of atmosphere. Yet somehow, these large-scale projects, when they're well executed that is, and like this one is, well, they don't feel stark or sterile. And as I've said before about previous mods, Fat Alfie clearly pays just as much, if not more attention to all those little details that tie everything together, creating a sense of atmosphere that's just too often missing in sim racing. Moreover, this is an area where fantasy circuits like this one often fall flat, lacking the character and those critical, well-observed details that make the venue believable. Clearly, this is not an issue here, and Fonteny is as visually compelling as it is engaging to drive. I've been a little bit slow off the mark with this one. In fact, I only got around to driving Fonteny for the first time in early August. But with Le Mans coming up this weekend, I wanted some themed content for the channel. And as it happens, the most appealing thing I could think of making with a Le Mans link, well, it was this. Now, if you're wondering what that link is, well, it's simply the French Connection. Now that's not a cop-out. No, really. This video has been on my hit list for a little while, and the thought of making this appealed far more than thrashing around some high aero monsters around Le Sarthe. So the point I'm indelicately meandering towards is, this is a good one. Fonteny is currently the third highest rated circuit on Race Department, right behind Felbergring and LA Canyons, and it certainly does deserve its place near the top of that list, but it does raise an interesting point. 4 of the top 5 rated circuits on RD are, to put it mildly, massive. There's clearly an appetite for this sort of thing, and when it's delivered as well as Fonteny and the other circuits mentioned here, the sim racing community is more than appreciative. I'm not sure what conclusions, if any, to draw from this, other than it serves as a reminder that the sim racing community is a broad church. And that just about brings things to a close here. If you're one of the 6 people that hasn't yet downloaded Fonteny for Assetto Corsa, then I have of course put a link in the video description. So I guess then all that's left to say is goodbye, thank you so much for watching, and enjoy the rest of your day.